Hello and welcome to the video version of my journal. I'm Stephanie Rivers. The United States has the highest incarceration rate in the world, proving that the prison industrial complex has been profitable. But despite the annual $3 billion private prison industry, some state and local governments that risked everything in hopes that for-profit prisons were the key to their long-term financial success have realized they should have diversified. Sure, the private prison industry is so huge that it has a quarterly magazine that it's had for 15 years. But just as with any hot stock pick, municipalities that got in 30 years ago before the U.S. prison population started to explode have realized the biggest profits. Those who are late to the game, just like in the real estate boom, are left with overpriced products. In this case, empty prisons. Almost 40 states run for-profit prisons. Texas has the most and therefore has been hardest hit by the inmate recession. Local governments in Texas have invested more in crime and punishment than in any other state in the country. A number of million-dollar state-of-the-art prisons are sitting empty or underpopulated for a number of reasons. For one thing, the number of offenders being sentenced to prison has fallen off. So local governments with contracts to house inmates from other counties and other states are not bringing in the big bucks the way they used to. Also, some nonviolent criminals are subject to house arrest and other forms of punishment, cutting back on incarcerations, and that reduces the cost to feed, clothe, and house prisoners. But municipalities that took out loans to build those prisons still have to pay the 5-figure monthly note, even if they are empty. And if there are no prisoners, there's no cheap labor to service contracts. Companies that include Dell Computers, Texas Instruments, Boeing, and even Target have used prison labor to produce their wares. Most U.S. military equipment from pants to helmets and ammunition are produced by inmates, and it keeps companies from having to pay employee wages, health care, and sick pay. While using inmates as cheap labor is resourceful, it makes me question the fairness or the intent of a justice system that profits so much on people getting locked up. And with so much effort put into crime and punishment, other essentials such as public education have gone neglected. Now more than $8 billion in education funds are being cut from the Texas state budget. If legislators aren't careful, the children they neglect today will become the inmates that they're searching for tomorrow. To find out more about the things that I care about, go to the written version of my journal. It's at eurweb.com. Thanks and have a super day.